What's up, everybody? All right, we're on Wind Way. It's actually very busy. It's Tuesday night here. Oh, they got the football game on here. Oh, interesting idea. So since football started back up, they've got the football game on. That's why there's so many people here. So that makes sense. Maybe these Red Bull screens will stay up for a while. I kind of wondered why they weren't like doing something aggressive with them. Let's go this way. So yeah, this video is going to be, so China is officially opened again. As of the 8th, Chinese citizens will be able to travel again. And I almost promise you, they're going to be traveling in droves. It is going to be insane. So I think we're going to see a huge uptick in tourism here. You know, travel in China isn't like what all the people cry about on here, where they're like, I want my 90-day visa, which granted, I think you should have it too, but that's not realistically most tourists, my guys. That's just not. Most tourists, especially if you're an American, only have 2 weeks if you work any kind of normie job. So, oh yeah, football game. So I think you're gonna see a pretty big uptick in Chinese tourists. Like right when it opens. Like as soon as they can come back and they don't have to do a bunch of, I think they just have to take a PCR test. They'll take that PCR test. And we're already seeing a ton more tourists here on the general in Saigon. You have to understand, like, people don't get it. Like, 2018, 2019, 70, oh, I just took a hard hit. 70% of all international tourism to Vietnam was from China. 70%. That's a gigantic market. That makes up for most of the market, so it'll be something special to see. Yeah. It's chill here tonight. It's not nothing crazy, but it's still good. You know, I guess New Year's was crazy. I saw the pictures. The last New Year's they had here before COVID shut everything down was absolutely catastrophic. Not catastrophic, but could have been catastrophic. It was just way too many people. It was super terrifying. Like we hung out for 5 minutes and left because it was just like you couldn't even walk around. So I think, you know, now that China's open, you're going to see a lot of Chinese citizens come on over and take a vacation. You know, geographically, we're directly next to each other. That is our northern border, so it'll be a cheaper flight, I'm sure. And Vietnam's not going to do any restrictions to Chinese like other countries are, which is nuts. We gotta stop talking about this thing. I don't even want to mention its name anymore. I'm so over it. I don't care. It's the flu. It's the cold. Maybe it was bad at one point, but now it isn't. So no country should be making a stink of it at all. Everybody's vaccinated that got vaccinated. It's whatever. Like, I don't even care about that anymore. So I never want to hear it mentioned again. We wasted so much time, money on it already. It never needs to be even mentioned again. I don't care if there's an uptick of it. I don't care if there's a new strain of it. I don't care. I don't care. And nor should anybody else. We should be getting on and living our lives in a normal way now. Like 100%. 100%. So I think you're going to see a pretty big uptick. It seems a lot of the Russians have chose Thailand. Now I think it's going to be a toss-up between the two, but like, I think Russians chose Thailand because they want to stay there long. They don't want to go back to Russia. And it's not favorable to stay here long-term right now in Vietnam. They've got this stupid 30-day e-visa thing that they won't budge on still. I don't understand like what they're even... It's a weird way to think about how to do it. Why not just offer a way to stay 90 days without leaving? Well, make it paid. Make it $200. Guess what? A bunch of people will pay it. And it'll stop all the people crying on the internet. So, I don't know why they haven't made the policy change yet, but there's so much talk about it. It's the #1 thing talked about in the news now. There's like 5 articles a day of all kinds of different stuff. They run a lot of articles of people crying about their trip here as well, like getting some kind of It sounds like all trolls, to be honest with you. They're like, yeah, until they clean up the trash and fix the traffic, I'm not coming back. I got ripped off for $2 in my taxi. I just can't do it again. Boo-hoo-hoo. You're going to get ripped off in a lot of countries in Southeast Asia, let me tell you. And there's going to be trash in a lot of countries, too. Go try going around Cambodia. There's trash everywhere, my guys, in Southeast Asia. It's just the way it is. They're a little bit more behind on things. I don't see the point in crying about all that stuff. Is there truth to all of it? Yeah, I did a video of things I don't like about Saigon. And, you know, I think the main thing still, trash can be fixed, all that. Customer service is what needs fixed. That's the first and foremost thing. It's not consistent enough. Sometimes you'll get a really good experience. A lot of times you won't. You know, I deal with it. That's the number one thing I deal with that I don't like. It's like, if it's an all Vietnamese run bar, they don't care if you come back. They want their money now. If they did something wrong, they don't give a shit. They're like, pay and leave, just don't come back. We don't care. Hello. They're like, just don't come back. I don't give a shit. And that's the mentality of a lot of places. They're like, if you don't like it, don't come back. I don't care. And until they get that mindset out of the way, you know, there's going to be people that get turned off from that. I don't particularly love it. It's part of life. It is what it is, but that's the biggest thing that needs to be changed. They need to start taking the tourist industry and having conferences and sitting down and explaining to them how customer relations work. Like with bars, restaurants, like all these things. Like Bui Vieng's so out of touch, it's not even funny. It's so out of touch. You know, your average tourist goes there once now and they don't want to go back. You know, most people that are charmed to Bui Vieng are people that went to it before COVID. Before it cost, you know, it could be a $500 night out there if you actually go to a club. Now, there's always going to be somebody in the comments that's like, I can go there and spend $200K the whole night. Sure, you can sit in the middle at some old lady's like house on a little stool and drink shitty, cheap Vietnamese beer. I don't know the quality of fun that is providing, but you know, it is what it is. You can still drink cheaply, but what kind of quality of drinking is this? It's questionable. Like, I won't even go anywhere now down there. That's the only place I go is those ladies and mom and pops, and they're all super nice. They're great. And Saigon Green isn't shitty. I'm just being a dick, but Saigon Red and Saigon Green you can still get for like 20, 30K, and it's a cheap beer. You can even get cheap vodka at those places. But I mean, how much longer are those going to be there for? Everybody wants to turn into a club now because those clubs are out here charging 120K for a Tiger. One Tiger. After they sell 3 beers, they can buy a whole case of Tiger. That's how much profit they're making off that stuff. And that's just not right. And then don't get me started on the super annoying loud music there now. It's just a headache walking around, man. Like, it's way too loud. You can't have a conversation, you know. So one thing that we're gonna do at the apps, man, when you come, it's not gonna be that loud. It'll be kind of a club experience, but you know, there's gonna be hours during the night where you can just sit there and have a conversation without yelling, and you're not getting your ears blown out. So I mean, I think there's gonna be a lot of Chinese people coming. I'm telling you. This is one of their favorite places to visit, and they have a gigantic population. And trust me, they're like the longest lockdown of people. They're gonna wanna get the fuck out of there. They wanna come for a vacation, and I think Vietnam's gonna be on that list, you know? And those people like to stay at nicer hotels. Those people like to stay in the tour groups and help all the places that are connected with the tour groups, so all the restaurants that are in on all that stuff, and yada, yada, yada. Oh, they're already setting up for Tet. This is all the Tet stuff. Oh wow, they're setting up early this year. Okay, so what you're looking at, because you're probably like, why is there sand on the ground? This is for the Tet Flower Festival. So there will be a festival here. It's gigantic. You've seen it before on my channel. It's pretty boring. It's not my cup of tea. Once you've been to one Tet flower thing here, you've been to every Tet flower thing here. Here, excuse me. A little bit of gas. I don't know why I keep getting gas when I'm talking on camera. It's so annoying. I'm gonna have to get like Tums or something. And I'm not having reflux. It's just, I don't know what it is. Every time I'm filled lately, I'm belching and shit. I don't do it on purpose, my bad. I could edit it out, but I don't know what the point of that is. So I'm pretty excited. I hope a lot of tourists start coming in. It's good to see. You know, from the videos I saw in Thailand, from what people send me, I almost think it's too many people at a lot of those places. We'll see how I feel about it. You know, the only place I like, usually where there's a lot of tourists, is Tokyo. But most other places, when there's too many tourists, it's just not an enjoyable experience. For me, personally, I don't like a place completely swamped out with people from where I'm from, kind of type deal. If you kind of get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, let me know in the comment section. So, I think we'll see tourists. I think we'll see a tremendous amount of tourists. I think it's going to be huge. But we'll see. Time will tell. Like I said, though, China's open again. I only have to do a PCR, I think he said, or rats in one of the two, and they'll probably drop that shit too. How much time has so many countries wasted on this testing and all this nonsense? Taiwan hands you a test when you get off the plane. I kid you not. They're like, here, go take a rats. We want to know. Wild. Hopefully all countries everywhere drop all that nonsense within the next 6 months. You know, that'd be great. I don't want to wear a mask anywhere either. I don't want to go to Japan until I don't have to wear a mask. I really don't. I don't want to go anywhere else where I have to wear a mask. I'm over it. I don't like wearing it. I think it's an inconvenience. I think it's super annoying. I don't want to walk around in a mall wearing a mask. I don't. I wore one for 2 years, fine, no problem, because we told we were going to get really sick. Never got sick. It's my right. Let me choose to wear a mask. I don't want to wear one anymore. I think it is an inconvenience. At this point, yes, it is an inconvenience. I don't want to wear one. So I'm probably not going to go to any countries that try to make me wear a mask everywhere. Not going to do it. It was annoying in Taiwan, it was annoying in Korea, and it was annoying in Korea got rid of all the stuff, so it wasn't that big a deal. It was annoying in Singapore and it was annoying in Taiwan. Alright guys, that is the video. I hope you liked it. Smash that like button, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Stay frosty. Peace out.